With Endgame finally out, which is a culmination of over a decade of work and 21 installments behind it, I can't help but think of another series that just released their installment that this has all been leading up to, and how easy it is to compare and contrast them. Oh, and this video won't have any spoilers for Endgame. Yeah, I'm basically just talking about Infinity War, so... The major disparity between them is the competency with which they are made. And hey, Disney, if I could just get your attention for like 1 second, you could just find someone to plan this series out with any kind of forethought, or heck, even just like a script supervisor to double check whatever decision Nomura wants to make. This could be another gem in your crown of complete media dominance of the entire world. Listen, Disney, you have a second MCU on your hands. All you have to do is iron out the edges. The similarities are very easy to see on the surface level. A huge cast of characters, all with their own individual stories that are now crossing and connecting, spanning over a large amount of time and a large amount of installments. And you will have needed to experience those previous entries for this latest one to make any sense at all, or to be invested in these characters. But that's where the similarities kinda stop. Oh, you can't even see Luxord. Oh, poor guy. Oh no. If, let's say, Infinity War was to play out like 90% of the movie would be with Iron Man, and then Captain America and Thor would only show up in like the last half hour, throw one cool punch each, and then Thor is killed for the rest of the movie so that Tony's man penis can cry. And the MCU's success has everything to do with planning. Simple organization. We have seen everyone and their mother try to create a shared universe as popular as the MCU. But they all seem to forget that it's a craft, and it can't happen overnight. You can't go straight from one solo movie that wasn't that well liked to a shared universe movie in one step. There were 4 movies in between Iron Man 1 and the first Avengers. You don't get to skip straight to Phase 3. You haven't built that trust yet. You haven't built the investment. Kevin Feige and whoever else is helping him at Marvel and Disney did not go into this willy-nilly with no plan for the future. That is so apparent in how well things gel seamlessly together over separate stories, different directors, and hordes of writers. It is tight, and it shows it. The same cannot be said for Kingdom Hearts. Nomura, God bless him, but he needs someone to be there to reel him in. I really like Gamora. She makes me cry. The actors portraying these characters have been gifted in playing them for so many years, and in so many different ways. There has been so much growth within these characters that it is practically impossible to find that opportunity to play anywhere else, under any different circumstance. But they would not be able to do anything if the people who were creating those characters did not respect them in the way that they do. Can you tell where I'm going with this already? One of the greatest compliments that people have for Infinity War is that even though there are so many characters, not a single one of them feels underdeveloped or left out. Every single character gets a moment, and even if that moment is short, they are all equally impactful and memorable. Kingdom Hearts 3 has the privilege of being a video game, and therefore the standard of 10 times more time than Infinity War, which is already a super long movie, to develop and show off its characters. And it still somehow does it worse. Is it a coincidence that the girls with like red in their hair just get sacrificed? Like, can you imagine if the Russo brothers directed Kingdom Hearts 3 and we got like the women's trench scene, but with Kairi, Aqua, Xion, and Larxene?
She's not alone.
I wouldn't exist anymore. My being would be shattered and scattered across the far plane. That would be my shit! And I know that this disparity is here because the Marvel movies are far more character driven, as that's the through line that connects all these separate movies. And the fact that they were actually made by competent storytellers. But that's also the major selling point for Kingdom Hearts. If you ask any Kingdom Hearts fan why they like Kingdom Hearts, you might get some answers that say it's for the gameplay, but that is hardly debated for most of its titles. And if any fan tells you that they like it for the story, as in the sequence of events and how they are told, they're lying. No, when people say they like Kingdom Hearts mostly for the story, they mean the characters. Why else would all these people be weeping over the reunion of the trios? The strongest aspect of Kingdom Hearts is also its characters. But it's such a shame in this series because I think the people creating it forget about that a lot. I think with Nomura being the creature of spite that he is, he sometimes gets lost in the, oh, people say that Kingdom Hearts is confusing? Well, wait till they see this! And he gets so buried under things like time travel and Mickey's shirt and what's in the box that he forgets that it's just about that ordinary boy from the islands and what he'll do to keep the people he cares about safe. And that's what people keep coming back to. And I hope that that realization comes to them before Kingdom Hearts truly dies. Before it ends.
I know I have to go.